everybody, happy Saturday. Today is all about skincare. I have got a before and after from a client of mine that you guys are going to be blown away in 1 year. So I'll let you guys start coming on. Today's show is all about skincare. Hi, for craft's sake. I wanted to show you guys a close-up of one of my clients. And I want to show you that in the first picture, this is a close-up. I wanted to get all the skin tone and texture and all of that. This is at age 60, and this is at age 61. I'm going to show you again. This is 60. This is 61. Okay, that's Marsha. Marsha, thank you so much. I hope she's on here. Thank you so much for letting me share those. I'm going to be sharing those throughout today's lecture. But today is all about skincare. And listen, there's a lot of things that you can do. I'm on this swivel chair, you guys, so I'm going to be like, I feel like I need to put my foot like in a drawer or on something so that I'm not going to be swiveling on a swivel the whole time. Listen, as a 56-year-old gerontologist and healthy aging coach, I have formal education in a lot of stuff that helps you live longer in terms of the study of aging. Gerontology, I also have a graduate degree in psychology, so that I think helps with the healthy aging coaching. But I'm not an esthetician. I'm not a doctor. Skincare is a passion of mine because I feel like skin is so important. When you think about the aging process, you know, all of this stuff is happening to our insides. And our skin is our largest organ. It's the organ that's our outward facing organ. You don't go up to somebody and say like, oh my God, have you seen my bone density? Or look at my muscle. Like I'm so like, you know, here's my cardiovascular health. Your skin is forward facing. So it holds a lot of self-esteem, especially as we age. And that's why it's so important, because if you equate, you know, having a good skin day with having a good hair day, you can kind of like connect those dots. If you're having a good hair day, or like, you know, your sweatpants or your jeans just slid on a little bit more comfortable, you're feeling less bloated, it changes what you do with that day. You're going to be far more likely to get out there, right? To go to lunch, to like run into ex-boyfriends, to like go out to dinner with friends. You're more likely, if you are not feeling good about yourself, to sit your ass on the couch with a bag of Doritos and just say, F it, right? There is this whole positive feedback loop that happens. And with aging, because our skin is the first thing that we notice when we are aging, it's super important with self-esteem. And there's very few people that say like, you know, I don't care what I look like when I get older, and actually mean it, right? We do care what we look like. We're humans. This is kind of, you know, it is a part of us being out there in the world. And so I spend a lot of time on skincare. My one-on-one clients, I tend to get them in through talking about skincare, and then I get them to live longer. You know, I help with their metabolic health. I help them sleep better. I help them reduce stress. But there's a lot that you can tell by somebody's skin in terms of how healthy they are. So I'm going to show you one more time. I'm going to show you multiple times because I'm just so blown away. This is my client, Marsha. This is when she started working with me. This was last year. She was 60 years old. This is the full, I'm going to show you the close-up in 1 second. So this is Marsha at 60 years old. I'll show you the close-up a little bit because I zoomed in. This is 60 years old. You notice the wrinkles here, the crepiness. You can see the texture here, the pore size. This is where I kind of zoomed back. And now this is Marsha today. This is after 1 year, okay? The health of the skin has changed. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the health of the skin has changed. And you see that when you really kind of zoom in. So if you look at Marsha today at 61, so this is after 1 year, you see that the texture, the pore size, everything has changed. The crepiness, it's all improved. So look here, texture, wrinkles, the pore size here, kind of a little bit more of a dullness to the skin as opposed to today, 1 year later. Let's just focus on the nose here. 1 year later, the texture, just focus right here. Look at this texture compared to a year ago. That is what I'm talking about today. That is the Live Young method. Yes, Marsha's on a path to help her metabolic health and all of that stuff too, but we do an inside out, outside in approach to healthy aging. So I'm gonna go through a lot of these tools and mechanisms that I have here. We're gonna talk about the ultimate skincare routine, but if your foundational health is not great, you know, you're not gonna have those big giant improvements. So in other words, somebody who I put on this regimen, this monthly regimen that I have here, somebody that I put on that's gonna follow it consistently, like Marsha did, is gonna have a different result from somebody who doesn't follow it consistently. But also, if you're pounding back martinis, right, or you're eating a bunch of sugar, or you're not on hormone replacement therapy, or you're not exercising, or your stress level is through the roof, like all of these things affect your skin. Are you on supplements? Are you lacking anything in your diet? All of this affects your skin. That's the inside out approach to healthy aging. And now we address from the outside in, okay? Nothing, you guys, nothing, I want to stress this, nothing looks as good as optimal health. I can tell a lot by working with a client how their skin shines from within. Are they having proper diet? Are they sleeping well? All of that stuff, right? Okay, so that's the goal, is optimal health, but also we want to address the aging from the outside in. So I cannot stress this part enough. This is not about comparing ourselves to other people on Instagram or on TikTok or on YouTube. This is not about comparing yourself to celebrities who a lot of them have, you know, going to the best dermatologist. Either they're honest about the work that they've done or they're not, but regardless, it's different. Do you recommend HRT for anyone over a certain age? If you're over the age of 30, 35, go get your hormones tested, because menopause, sorry you guys, just got off on a tangent. Perimenopause starts at the age of 40 to 46, but oftentimes it starts in your 30s. So hormone replacement therapy, that's another one of those inside out ways to address aging, right? If you're over the age of 40, let's say you're over the age of 45 or you're 50, I'm 56, and you're not on hormone replacement therapy, do you think the content of your moisture in your skin is going to be different no matter what you slather on it than somebody who's on hormone replacement therapy? Absolutely. So that's what I mean by inside out, outside in approach to aging, okay? So this is your best skin. This is not the skin of your neighbor. This is not the skin of somebody you follow on Instagram or YouTube. I'm gonna cut through all that BS and show you products that actually work and the science behind why do they actually work. And you guys, I'm gonna keep going back to Marsha, because what I've developed with the protocol here, with the weekly protocol, and just understanding the science of skin, adding in the gadgets, adding in a few in-office treatments, you can literally reverse the aging of your skin. And that's what we do. If you can trick your muscles into building muscle mass in midlife by doing something, right? By lifting weights, by making sure your nutrition is great, you can also trick your skin into functioning like it did when it was younger. And when your skin is functioning like it did when it was younger, you're not having lazy skin cells, you're having that proliferation, you're using effective products, you can reverse the aging of your skin. You can. It's right here. You absolutely can. Okay, so how do you get your best skin ever? First of all, you realize that the look of your skin is directly affected by your overall health, right? And make those necessary changes. So it's not just, we can't just there's no silver bullet, there's no magic pill that you can take if you don't take those other steps too. So optimal health, nothing shines as bright as optimal health. Develop a personalized skincare routine for you. Again, this is not the time to, this cream is trending on, this cream is trending on TikTok, and this cream is trending on Instagram. If you're not treating specific concerns, if you're not treating specific concerns that you have, you're wasting your money. You're wasting your money. Should you share eye cream with your friends? No, not unless they have the exact same problems that you do. If they're addressing the exact same concerns that you have, then absolutely recommend a skincare device for them, or a skincare, under eye cream if they have those same kind of problems. But this is not the time to cheat off of your neighbor's paper. So develop a consistent routine, which I'm going to help you with, for your specific returns, your specific concerns. So example, if you've got fine lines and wrinkles and no eye bags, you should not be using an eye cream that treats eye bags. You want to directly treat what is concerning your particular skin. And then you have to be consistent, right? You have to be consistent. You can't just try something one time and think like, oh my God, it's going to change my whole skin. No. My client, Marcia, has my skincare protocol laminated in her bathroom, and she follows it every single day. I have this skincare protocol taped up onto my mirror. Every day I'm doing something for my skin. Now, does that mean I'm doing that all day long, every day? No, it's strategic, it's science-based, it's effective skincare, and it's consistent. Being very, very consistent is key to anything, right? If you want to really make a change in your skin, you have to hit it with multiple different things. And this is another way that you get your ultimate skincare routine. So realize that your skin is directly affected by your health. That's number one. Number two, develop a personalized skincare routine that's right for you, not your neighbor, not your Instagram guru, that's right for you, that's treating the concerns that you have. Be consistent, so super consistent that if you need to make yourself a chart and put it on the mirror, then do that. And number four is the combination of multiple different treatments. So if you wanted, I'm just going to give you an analogy. If you wanted to lose weight, say you wanted to lose 15 pounds before the holidays, are you only going to go to the gym? No, right? Are you only going to give up sugar? I'm just going to give up sugar. It's just going to fall off me. The weight's going to fall off me before the New Year, or before Christmas, or before Thanksgiving by just giving up sugar. No, you do a lot of different things, right? You might be going to the gym. You might add in extra walks. You might cut down on your sugar. You might add fiber. You might get on the Ozempic weight loss bundle that are my supplements. There's multiple things that you're going to do if you want to lose weight. There's multiple things. If you want your best skin in terms of the function. Now, we can't go back and get our 20-year-old skin, but can we get our skin functioning more closely like it did when it was 20, when it was still churning out that collagen? It was still making that elastin. Can we get our skin functioning like that? Absolutely you can. Absolutely, that is what you can do. This is health, you guys. This is the health of the skin. This isn't chasing every single fine line and wrinkle. It is improving the health of the skin through strategic topical skincare, strategic at-home gadgets, strategic in-office treatments. It's all of those. It's all of those, okay? So when we're talking about how often, people say like, God, Donnell, you must be like in your bathroom all day, every day, just doing skincare treatments. And the answer is no, I'm not. I spend less than 30 minutes a day on my skin. Less than 30 minutes a day on my skin. This is my laminated version. But I'm doing something every single day. And it's science-based, science-backed, strategic. It's like the workout smarter, not harder. Don't just buy a bunch of crap that you're seeing on social media and think like, oh, I'm just going to add this. This is the fountain of youth. This is the fountain of youth. Strategy. What are you treating? Why are you treating it? How consistently are you treating it? And how often are you coming back and retreating? All of that is important. All of that stuff is important, okay? So when we're talking about daily, these are my dailies. This is what I do every single day. So like tomorrow is Sunday. I'm going to be microneedling on Sunday. These are the gadgets, right? These are daily things that I'm going to be doing. So topical skincare, those are the retinoids, the vitamin C's. I'm going to go through all of that. Red light therapy is a daily thing. I'm going to move you right over here. I know you guys have seen this, but these are my red light therapy panels. This is daily. This isn't like, oh, I'm going to do a couple of red light therapy sessions and all of a sudden I'm going to have fantastic skin. No, you won't see results from devices like these or the red light therapy masks for 30 days because it takes about 30 days. The level that those waves, the red light therapy wave, right? All of these are light waves. The level that this wave hits, which is at that level of collagen production, it takes 30 days for those skin cells to get up to the surface. Does that make sense? So if I step in front of one of these and think like, or let's say for example, I go in once a month for a red light therapy treatment session in some med spa, no. You guys are that's a waste of money. That is a waste of money to do a red light therapy treatment once a month because you're not going to be, you're just not going to get the type of result that I'm going to get at home standing 6 inches away from it, fully naked, because it doesn't go through clothes, right? You see these ads where people are sitting back and red light therapy is just washing over the whole room and they're in a yoga clothes or they're doing something on their computer. Waste of time, waste of money. Don't do it. If you get one of these panels, you need to be naked 6 inches away from them. 6 inches away. So not across the room. I'm up in here. I'm up in here every day. This is a daily thing. Then there's going to be things that you'll want to do on a weekly basis. Like when I'm talking about the skincare gadgets, these are things you'll see. Microneedling is every Sunday. I don't microneedle here. I microneedle every Sunday. So every week I'm microneedling. And I microneedle a different body part. But by the time I get back around to my face, it's been 4 to 6 weeks. And I'm going to go over that. If you guys do not have my microneedling protocol, oh my God, let me see where it is. If I can find it. If you don't have my microneedling protocol, this is a free guidebook, you guys. It tells you all of the different needle lengths and all of that. You can find this. You can either DM me the word microneedling, or you can just go to liveyounglifestyle.com, and all of those protocols are now free on my website, liveyounglifestyle.com. So those are all free. So there's things that you do monthly, like microneedling, and there's things that you do yearly or 3 times a year, like Botox. Sometimes, on my birthday or around my birthday, I'll treat myself to like an IPL type of thing, or I'll do like a microneedling in office or lasers or something like that. But when you're talking about topical stuff, so let's just get into first. Now remember, we're going to do all of it. We're going to talk about gadgets. We're going to talk about chemical peels. But we're also going to talk about topical skincare. So there's 3 phases to any good skincare routine. And that is wash, treat, and protect. Wash, treat, and protect. Marcia said I have 2 small panels hooked up on my bathroom door. This is Marcia, you guys. Marcia, thank you for letting me share your photos. I don't know about you. I sent these to Marcia this morning when I zoomed in, and Marcia was like, whoa. This is 60 on the top. This is 61. 60, 61. Marcia, I cannot applaud you enough because Marcia did this. Marcia actually followed all of this for 1 year. This was, I think we're literally at a year, Marcia. That is a giant, giant difference. Can you improve your skin at the age of 60 or 61? Absolutely, you can. You can. And you know what? Marcia's skin is not done changing. Marcia's skin is going to continue to get better. Now, you can't stop the sands of time, right? That's just going to happen. But you can keep up with it a lot better. And if you haven't done stuff before, are you going to reverse your aging, improve your skin, improve the function and the look of your skin in a very significant way, and then you just keep going and keep staving off those hands of time, absolutely. I would imagine, Marcia, when you're 62, your skin is going to look even better than this. This is after 1 year. I would imagine, and when you're 62, I want to do another follow-up with you and take a photo and zoom in, because if you keep on this schedule, your skin is going to continue to improve. And I want to talk a little bit about this, but I want to get into the topical stuff first. Somebody said, Sean, I cannot pronounce it. I'm so sorry. I think yes, genetic, but for some people, not all, because I'm 22 and I have some skin problems and I used to do skincare. Yes, this is not only for people that are older, okay? Skincare, I started my skincare, gosh, when I was 15, you guys. I'm 56. My dog scratched me here. I started skincare, like a serious deep dive into skincare when I was 15 years old. I bought my first wrinkle cream just because I was so interested in the science behind it and what it did. I'm not afraid to grow older. I actually have a degree in gerontology, which is the study of aging, literally the study of aging. What happens to your body? And it's geared towards more of a preventative in terms of what I studied in school. But yeah, really, really amazing things. But it's not, this whole skincare treatment is still the same. If you're in your 20s, you still have 3 phases to an ultimate skincare routine, which is wash, treat, and protect. When it comes to washing, do not spend money on a face wash. I don't care what brand it is, it washes off of your face. You need something cheap, something clean. I've been using Physoderm for a long time. I have no affiliation, but I've been using Physoderm for a long time. I like CeraVe as well. Cetaphil makes a good one. Something that doesn't smell. Right? The more perfumes and stuff that you add into face washes and into products, the more likelihood it's going to cause some sort of irritation. So you might stop using a product thinking, oh, I have a rash from this, or I can't use retinoids because of this, or I can't use vitamin C's because of that. And it's because they have put in some sort of fragrance to it that you might be sensitive to. So when it comes to face wash, clean, simple. If you're spending more than $15 on a face wash, you're wasting your money because it washes off of your face. Now, when we're talking about treating, let me get over here. When we're talking about treating, I did these two different drawers because, let me see if I can make sure, I want to make sure that you guys get this. And I'm going to come in a little closer. Because it follows the same concept of an ultimate skincare routine. So wash, treat, protect, right? So we just washed in the morning. Go over here. This is the morning drawer. Ooh, I don't think I'm going to be able to reach that far. In the morning when we're talking about treating, because we've already washed, now we're talking about treating, you want something like a vitamin C. Okay, this is by Timeless. This is the 20% vitamin C ferulic acid with vitamin E. I use this on my whole body because your skin doesn't stop here. Right? I use this on my whole body while I'm doing red light therapy after my cold plunge. But while I'm doing red light therapy, because it's an antioxidant, it helps to brighten the skin, fine lines and wrinkles. They have research that show it does help to stimulate collagen. It helps with free radicals. So you want to make sure there's a lot of pollutants and a lot of stuff in our water, a lot of stuff in our air, UV, all of that stuff, all that environmental stuff. You want to make sure that you are treating your skin in the morning with something that's actually going to be helping with all of those. So evens out skin tone. And this isn't just Timeless. SkinCeuticals makes a good one, but they're like $169 for something, I just feel like that's just a lot of money. It's a lot of money for a serum that's in about a bottle like this. This is not the serum, but the SkinCeutical ones is in a bottle like this, and it's like $169. And you can get Timeless in that same kind of bottle, I want to say for under 20, definitely for under 20. Okay, so this is a vitamin C. If you want a luxury brand, Zeo Skin Health, I love them. Honestly, it's the best skincare on the market today, although I'm looking into Young Goose. I want to look and see what ingredients that they're using. But this is the Daily Power Defense. So again, you're treating your skin in an antioxidant type of way prior to sunscreen. So wash, treat with a vitamin C. Oops, that's a different one. Treat with a vitamin C. You can do an eye cream. Now this depends on like what are your concerns in the morning. If you wake up and you've got an eye bag, you want to treat it with something to either help lymphatically drain. So you can use just like a Nurse Jamie Uplift or any of these kind of gua sha or the vibrating things. You're lymphatically draining the puff out of your eye. So that's one way to do it. But if you're talking about topical stuff, you want something that contains caffeine, right? Because caffeine will help act as a diuretic and it will get rid of that eye bag. So it'll help that absorb. So you can push that fluid out, right? Or you can use a caffeine solution and then you coat it with the sunscreen. But let's say, for example, you do not have eye bags. You just need a little bit of moisture. You just want to make sure you're looking for what you're treating. So I like this this is a 5-in-1. This is by First Aid Beauty. This treats a lot of different things, everything from brightens, even skin toned, nourishes, moisturizes, and smooths. You don't see anything on here for eye bags, so this does not have caffeine in it, but it does help moisturize and smooth out and brighten the whole area. So that's the 5-in-1. That was by First Aid Beauty. Oh, hey, thanks, sweetie. Ooh, okay, we have a lot of goodies. And then, again, this is like a hyaluronic acid. This is Vichy Mineral 89. It makes a good one for eye bags. This is Bye Bye Under Eye Bags. So it's a rapid bag reducer, deep puff, tight and smooth. Again, you want to treat what you're actually, suffering from. I want to show you, I thought I had, no. Oh, on the website, you can also, you guys, when I post this to my main feed, you can do a couple different things. You can either comment skincare, and you can check your DMs, it will get you the ultimate skincare routine. That's the wash, treat, protect type of situation that we're talking about now with topicals. You can also comment eyes, and this Younger Looking Eyes guidebook is absolutely free that tells you what are you trying to treat. If you're trying to treat fine lines and wrinkles, it'll give you the eye creams that I feel are best for that. And different things that you can do. So if you're treating fine lines and wrinkles around the eyes, I have eye creams. I give you which ones I like. Microcurrent, which helps to depuff. Silicone patches, which I'm going to scratch that because I don't really like silicone patches around the eyes. I feel like you can get much more from a topical eye cream than the silicone patches. So let's just do away with that. And microneedling, which helps with fine lines and wrinkles. Again, if you're looking for fine lines and wrinkles, you want to get a eye cream that has a retinoid. See, this is a brightening, so this has a little bit of vitamin C or a niacinamide on it. So if you have dark circles, you want to use something like that. If you've got fine lines and wrinkles, you want to look for something, I don't know if I have it in here, that's a retinoid. Dermatological, yeah, that's a glow cream. So that's another one that's brightening. And then I like CeraVe Eye Repair as well. So this kind of works with a lot of different things. But make sure that you're finding something that you're treating your particular concerns. And again, we're still in the morning. So we treated with the vitamin C, where we then did an eye cream, and then you're going to put a sunscreen. I found the best sunscreen I've ever used in my life. I have no affiliation. This is Murad. I use this for my entire body. I love this. But in terms of like a facial sunscreen that's that I feel is kind of multitasking is Ilia. This is the C Beyond, so it has C serum in it, and it's an SPF of 40. It's very, very, very watery. The one that I like a little bit better, excuse me, one second. One that I like a little bit better in terms of a sunscreen is the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint SPF 40. And again, it's still watery, but I like this because it doesn't feel like so cakey. That's what I have on right now. It's just a sheer Tent. But it has niacinamide, which we're going to talk about. I moved the niacinamide over to nighttime, and I'm going to tell you why. But this has niacinamide, squalene, hyaluronic acid. So it's moisturizing, it's treating, it's protecting all in one. And what they have found is that when you're using a sunscreen, if you've got anything like melasma or hyperpigmentation, which I'm going to talk about. Oh, I'm going to get back to that cellulite on the arms. Lynn, I did a whole, an entire Instagram live on cellulite. If you DM me after this is done, DM me the word cellulite. I'm going to give you a link to my top cellulite treatments. Absolutely. You want to use like, this is, I'm only going to give you a, no, I don't think I have that. Yeah. So I don't even know if I want to get into that, Lynn, right now. You want to depuff, so you're going to use like a roller, but also like a, you know, something that you can, I don't want to get into it. It's like too much. I'm like, do I want to go down that rabbit hole right now? I could do a whole other live on cellulite. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, Lynn. But text me afterwards, DM me afterwards, and I'm going to try to see what I can do for you. Somebody said, just had first Morpheus8 on my face. Not sure it's worth it. Your thoughts? My thoughts are the same. I do think it works. Like, listen, Charlotte, Tilbury, Market Specia. When we do at-home treatments like this, we're doing them so consistently that I feel like if you're only going to go in for like a 3 series on a Morpheus8, which is radio frequency mixed with microneedling, that's what it is. If you're only going to do that, you know, on that series, I don't know if it's worth the money because it's so expensive, right? I know what I mean, Charlotte. It's very expensive. And what I have found is consistently doing the at-home gadgets, I'm finding that I'm not doing those yearly treatments at all anymore. I don't even remember the last time I did Morpheus8 on my face because I feel like all of the other stuff, it's the combo that not only is more effective and more affordable, but it's a lot more effective. Okay, so let me just get back to, I've got some products from The Ordinary. I love The Ordinary. Here's a tip, you guys. If you're buying skincare, don't buy skincare. I'll tell you what not to do. This is like a little pitfall. Don't buy skincare from a brand that also makes eyeshadow. Okay? Don't buy skincare from a brand that also makes handbags. Because their science, what they're devoting their attention to is not in improving that product. You're buying into the brand. Okay? Can you use vitamin C if you have eczema? If it's broken? If you've got eczema so bad that like it's broken or itchy, then don't. I have something else for you. Oh my gosh, do I have something else for you? 1 second. Let me grab that. I actually love, and we'll get into this when we get into the body, I like this CeraVe SA cream for rough and bumpy skin. It's a salicylic acid cream that has 3 essential ceramides. It moisturizes, it helps with the skin barrier, and it helps to treat. So I love this for eczema, and also like, you know, the little bumps that people get on the back of their arm, keratosis, I forgot what it's called. This is great for that. So even though I might not have rough and bumpy skin, this is something that I use almost nightly. And I'm going to get into that when I talk about the body stuff. Okay, let me just scroll down just so I make sure. Marcia said her coaching session helped me learn how to use the different devices to meet my needs and sent me a travel protocol as I travel a lot. Yes, that's exactly right. Okay, so now we're getting into the nighttime routine. Remember, if you want the Younger Eyes protocol, you can go to Live Young Lifestyle and click on the little toggle menu for protocols, and all of the protocols are free. Or when I post this to my main feed, just comment eyes and then check your DMs, okay? For the skincare protocol, which is this, this protocol, you can just comment protocol, or again, get it off the website. Okay, so that's the Younger Eyes, that's the skincare protocol. The ultimate skincare routine, you can just comment the word skincare, or again, go to the website. Okay, so now we're talking about, Christine, I don't know what that was about. Now we're talking about nighttime. Okay, let me see if I can get this down here. I love my little label maker. I put evening routine. This is for my husband. So when my husband goes and gets the skincare, he opens up the evening drawer. He goes number 1. Let's see if I can, I'm going to take you guys out of the little holder for a second so you can really see what's going on. See this number 1? These are the retinoids. That's not fun. These are all the retinoids that I like. I like Paula's Choice, and that's nice and so Paula's Choice makes a good, what is it? Is it a 1%? I think it's a 1%. Paula's Choice makes a great 1% retinoid. But basically what will happen is my husband will pick one out of here, which is a retinoid. And then if you've got any sort of discoloration or uneven skin tone or texture or something like that, you want to add a niacinamide over the top of it, because this will help with all of that. And niacinamides work really well with retinoids. My favorite retinoid right now is this one. It's Differin Gel. This is a 3rd generation retinoid. I also did a whole guidebook on retinoids, so you can also comment retinoids and then check your DMs, because there's a free guidebook that shows you how to choose the retinoid that's right for your skin, because not everybody is the same, right? I'm doing a lot of different stuff. I have kind of sensitive skin. So Differin Gel, which is a 3rd generation adapalene, they have found studies that show that this gives the same kind of results as like a prescription strength tretinoin without the irritation. So I'm actually loving this. And this is great in terms of it's safe for pregnancy, although they may have retracted that. But as of last year, Differin Gel was the only thing that was safe for pregnancy and for breastfeeding. And it literally works just like your Big Guns retinoid without the irritation. And it's like $20 on Amazon. So you take the retinoid, whichever it is, you add a niacinamide if you're wanting to even out skin tone. You add your eye cream, depending on what it is that you're trying to treat. And then you moisturize. So I like this by Biossance. This is squalene copper peptide. I like the CeraVe PM. This is like one that is, you know, if you really want to splurge, the Zeo Skin Health Growth Factor is quite amazing. And a new one that I've been using that I really like is OneSkin. So to put a retinoid and then a niacinamide and then an eye cream and then follow it up with a moisturizer, this is your protect. Those are your 3 phases of any ultimate skincare routine, right? Wash, treat, protect. So we're treating here. This is our treatment, retinoids and niacinamide. And then we have our eye cream, and then we're protecting with moisture. In the morning, our treatment is vitamin C's. Then we're using the eye cream, and our protection is sunscreen. Wash, treat, protect. It doesn't matter how old you are. Those 3 things you need. And I cannot tell you how many clients that I started working with where we threw away so many of their skincare products because they did not have even one active ingredient. That is people that, you guys, that is falling for marketing hype. Can you please write a list or take a picture of the products in that drawer? Thanks. If you get on that ultimate skincare, well, you know what? You can do this. Here's the retinoids guidebook. You guys, it's all clickable. Okay? It's all clickable. How do you find the right retinoid for you? What are you trying to treat? What's your budget? Right? This is what I do. In addition to like helping you live longer, I want you guys to look your best too, because looking your best for you is going to help you live longer. Again, go back to that like good hair day. If you don't think that that is connected, looking your best for you, not for anybody else, but what is your how much energy are you putting in? What is your best skin? Are you using stuff that's effective for your skin? Getting your skin functioning like it did when it was younger. If you think that you don't walk into a room with glowing skin and feel more confident, then think about it as if you had a big zip between your eyes. That fancy silver tub next to the copper peptide. Wait, hold on. That fancy silver tub next to the copper peptides, what is that called? Oh, I don't best friend. This is a splurge, you guys. It's a splurge. I've got $20 products in here, and I have $200 products in here. The $200 products aren't necessarily better, but this one, this is Zeo Skin Health. I've done a couple of interviews with Dr. Obagi, and Dr. Obagi really taught me a lot about the science of skin. And one of the things where he got me hooked, where I was like, oh my God, I gotta learn more, was I was at some conference that he was at, and it was a small conference, and he had asked the question of like, how do you create lazy skin cells? That was his question. What is the number one way to create lazy skin cells? Does anybody know? What's the number one way? We think we're doing something great for our skin, but we're creating lazy skin cells. It's in the products that moisturize without an active ingredient. And by active ingredient, what I mean is something that's exfoliating. Honestly, if it doesn't burn or sting or smell bad, it's probably not an active ingredient. That's just the truth. So retinoids are active ingredients. Vitamin C's are active ingredients. Niacinamide is active ingredient, right? And we could go over the whole thing of retinoids. There's 4 different, let me see if I even have it. I do. Just even retinoids by itself. I did a whole lecture on retinoids. When we're talking about retinoids, there's a big difference between retinol, O-L, retinal, A-L, and prescription strength tretinoin. This is more in diets and supplements, the retinol esters, so we don't need to really look at that. But how many steps does it take to get to a prescription strength tretinoin? And this is what I mean by prescription strength tretinoin. When you're looking at something that is, let's see if I can find, if I have it. Yes, I have a retinol. If you're doing like an over-the-counter retinoid, I don't even know if I have one in here right now. I don't. Oh, wait, maybe I do. I'm not going to go through that. If you're doing an over-the-counter retinoid, it's an OID, right? Retinoid. But if you're doing a retinol, you see how this is an AL? This is by Murad. This is Resurgence Retinol Resculpt Eye Treatment. So this is a stronger retinoid because it's only one step away from prescription. So when you're looking at a retinoid and you're trying to find which one is right for your skin, what are you trying to treat? Do you have acne? Differin gel is great for acne. And you want to change your face wash. You want to use like a panoxyl and leave the panoxyl on your face for like 5 or 10 minutes because it's antimicrobial. Then rinse that off. Then you want to use a Differin gel. Or you can use something like this if you've got acne, but I'm telling you, I've put so many people on this and their skin is ridiculous now. Absolutely ridiculous. So to learn the difference between a retinol, retinoids is the whole umbrella. Retinoid is an umbrella term, okay? Retinol is going to be less strong because you've got 2 different steps to get over to a prescription strength. Retinal with an AL is stronger. So retinol, retinal, retinaldehyde, or retinoic acid, sorry. So it goes just like that. Retinol, retinaldehyde, which is retinal, and tretinoin. This is the different levels of strength. And you can get that all for free in the Retinoid Guidebook. Just go to the website. That's a good place to get it. Or when I post this to my main feed, just comment retinoids. It'll be in your DMs. Be a little patient because there's only so many of those Manny chats that I could do with an automatic kind of thing. If there's a lot, like if there's 10 different things that you're asking, don't put them all in one ask. Make the comments separate so that it'll recognize all of those and get those in your DM, okay? So that's the 3 different phases. And so we went over morning, we went over nighttime, we went over the retinoids, which one's right for you. The tips to start on a retinoid is always start small. That's why I always say, like, if you've never been on a retinoid in your entire life, start with this different gel, it's a great thing, or a Paula's Choice 1%, or the ordinary 1% retinol and squalene. Those are great places to start for your retinoids. And then when you start getting irritated or dry or whatever, back off for a couple of days. So even on these starter retinoids, it's important to start small, right? So once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. In your 3rd week, you could be on a retinoids on 3 days a week. If it starts getting too irritated, go back to 2 days a week. You gradually build up to where you could be using these kind of products that are really the #1 active ingredient in all anti-aging, and I hate that word, but all aging skincare is retinoid. It's literally the #1. So Charlotte said, I alternate different. Yeah, Charlotte, that's a great way to do that, because this is so strong. When you do prescription strength, it's so strong to alternate or do 2 days of a different gel, or 2 days of like Paula's Choice 1% or the ordinary 1% in squalene, 2 days of that, and then a day of this, 2 days of the other, a day of that. If that's too much, then you have to tailor it, but don't give up. How many of you guys have started on a retinoid and then just gave up because it was too irritating or too whatever, and you didn't you couldn't put makeup on it because it was all flaky? It goes away. Just like the soreness you get when you work out consistently. If you work out every single day, today I can hardly lift my arm. My lats are so sore today. But it's like you want to make sure that you've got you need to have that consistency, right? And don't give up right away. If you just worked out 1 day a week and were like, well, that's it, I'm done for the week, I'm sore, this sucks, I'm not going to do this again, you're not going to get anywhere. The same thing is true when you're talking about big guns, holy grail kind of skincare stuff. There's a reason why it's called the Holy Grail. Because retinoids are in about almost all aging skincare, with the exception of something like this, which I do want to talk about. When we're talking about our body too, so when we're talking about our body, you don't just stop here, right? I have a whole section of stuff. Let me see if I can go down. Down here, this is all body. This is all body retinoids. And what you will hardly find in here, what you'll hardly find is something like just a moisturizing, right? What Dr. Obaji taught me was one of the biggest ways to make lazy skin cells, I was hoping somebody would say it, is to over moisturize. So when we think about skincare, especially for my midlife women, my menopausal women, I'm 56, I'm postmenopausal, you guys. But when you start thinking about skincare for super dry skin, because a drop in estrogen is going to cause dehydration of the skin. Estrogen makes everything kind of plump and supple. During menopause or perimenopause, when estrogen drops, your skin will get dry, your texture will change. Your scar color could even change. Like if you have scars, they could turn bright white or they could turn dark. A lot of menopause is like the gift that just keeps on giving. There's so many different things that happen with menopause, but you'll hardly ever find in my body drawer, no, my underwear drawer, I'm sorry. You'll hardly find anything that's only moisturizing, right? So what you will find is a lot of, like this is by Skin Fix, this is AHA, BHA, this is by Josie Moran, this is Pro Retinol Body Butter. I'm going to show you guys a cheaper way to do this, so hold on. This is KP Bump Eraser Body Scrub. For my friend who was asking about cellulite, this is one of these kind of topical things that kind of works with cellulite. This is the BioSuns, this is squalene plus caffeine toning body cream. So if you think about it, just logically, when you think about it, when you're looking at an eye bag that you put caffeine on and it makes the eye bag kind of dissipate, the same thing is true when you're looking at the, oh my God, I forgot to put my do not disturb on. When you're looking at cellulite and the tether that tethers the skin to the muscle and that pull down, that mattress effect that happens, and this kind of bubbling up of the fat that create that dimpling effect for cellulite. If you're using like a skin cream and you're wanting to treat cellulite, you want to make sure that it has caffeine in it, because that's going to act as a diuretic and shrink down that overextended, inflated kind of fat cells, right? Or that the water retention underneath the skin. So it shrinks that down and makes cellulite a lot less apparent. Makes it a lot less apparent. So that's like the body stuff. Another cheaper way to do that is just to take your favorite moisturizing cream, and that's why I did have one cream in here that didn't have any treatments in it, because sometimes I'll take something like this, squirt in some prescription strength tretinoin, mix that around, and you've got an affordable way to use retinoids on your entire body. Make sense? Okay, let me put this back, Okay, and then I want to quickly get into chemical peels. I did a whole live on chemical peels, but you can do a lot if you do a weekly chemical peel. It depends on what your skin type is. I love these on not a daily basis, but like before I do any sort of filming or anything like that. This is Dr. Dennis Gross. This is the Alpha Beta. So it's a AHA and BHA combo. This is great. Somebody who has acne, but also all acne skincare, you guys, was designed for acne and they noticed that it started making all of the wrinkles go away. So when you're looking at like retinoids, they weren't originally that ingredient for wrinkles. It was for acne. And in treating adult acne, they realized, oh my gosh, some of the wrinkles are going away from our adult clients. Let's market this as anti-wrinkle. And look at it now. It's like the leading ingredient in all anti-wrinkle. But go back and look at some of those lives that I did on chemical peels. There's lots of different chemical peels that you can do. I do a chemical peel every week at home. It's on here. Every week. The one that I like the best, if I can find it, is the Ordinary. This is the AHA, BHA. This is the one that's bright red, and you leave it on for 5 minutes and then rinse it off. It's not a very strong peel, nor should you be doing a very strong peel at home. But if you're doing a weekly peel, this is great for that. If you've got more of sensitive skin, Paula's Choice also makes an AHA, BHA combo, which I think is great. If you have sensitive skin, mandelic acid or a lactic acid, these are both great for more sensitive skin, or you're new to doing chemical peels at home. To mix up your skincare. Remember, we're hitting it from a lot of different things. So if you stayed with the same skincare every single time, I do love the Obagi Blue Peel. It's strong, Charlotte. That is something that I did, say, 15 years ago. I was in my 40s. Could have been, I must have been mid-40s, so about 10 years ago maybe. I did the Obagi Blue Peel. What I noticed with that is my pores went, the skin texture on my chin changed with the Obagi Blue Peel. But again, that was like 10 years ago. So if you do want to go into an office and do that, that is a peel that will change your your skin. But it's a lot of money. And it's 10 days downtime. So literally you look like the Walking Dead for 10 days. Like you've got a chunk of skin just like peeling off. It's like you can't really go out in public. I don't care. But most people wouldn't really want to go out in public with that. So doing a weekly chemical peel is also great for your skin. And I did a whole live on chemical peels that showed you how do you find the right chemical peel for you, whether that's an AHA, which is going to be like your glycolic acids, which are the most popular, or a lactic acid, which has a bigger molecule, so it's not quite as intense, or a mandelic acid has an even bigger molecule, and that's more for sensitive skin. So whenever I do a chemical peel like on my neck, I do a mandelic acid or I do a lactic acid, if anything, on my neck. And then those you can safely do at home once a week. And then I want to talk briefly about this real quick. Again, we've hit it with all different kinds of things. Now, I'm going to show you Marcia again. This is Marcia. at 60. So I want you to look at her skin. Marcia does all of the topical stuff that I just talked about. She does chemical peels at home. She does all of that exactly like I just talked about. And now we're going to get into the at-home skincare gadget protocol. And Marcia has this literally laminated and up, and she follows it every day for a year. I've been working with her for a year. So look, this is her last year. This is her skin close up. Oh, thank you, honey. At 60 years old. And this is her skin close up at 61. I'm going to show you guys again. Look at like the texture here. Let's focus right here on the texture, on the lines around the mouth. So look closely. 61. This is 61. This is the year before. So 60 years old, 61. You guys, that's consistent. That's strategic. That's science-based. That's what that is. Okay, so when we're talking about these at-home gadgets, again, you guys can just comment the word protocol. Make sure when you do that, if you do that on an Instagram and you comment that and you go and check your DMs, make sure that you, if you're looking at your, if it prompts you to go and check your email and you have to put in your email address, that's the only one that I require is for this, because this is years, you guys, of me working with these kinds of products, these modalities, to figure out how to do it in such a way that you weren't exhausting the skin, right? Because too much is too much, and you need your skin to be able to heal, and you wouldn't want to compound things that didn't play well together. Like you wouldn't want to exhaust your skin with like a radio frequency device at home, and then the very same time do a near laser, which is going to heat blast it. You see how this can cause more damage than good? You need to be strategic in how you use things so that you're not creating more damage. I have so many clients who started using like a radio frequency device at home, and they thought, oh, this doesn't hurt. I'm just going to keep going and keep going and keep going. And oh, it turned off automatically. Let me turn it back on. Let me just keep going. And they made their skin so much worse. So much worse. You have to follow directions. You have to be smart about it. And you have to know what it is that you're actually treating. So when we're looking at something like this, I do red light therapy every single day. You guys saw my panel behind me, but I also, when I travel, I bring my mask. I have my red light therapy mask. This is the Omnilux. If you guys want my top red light therapy devices, then just comment the word red light, or you can DM me the word red light, and I'll get you a code and a discount for some of these things. I did not put this Jove's in, like if you just comment red light, it'll give you my whole list of all of the ones that I think this is worth it. It's the right wavelength, because you can't just shine red light on something and call it red light therapy. It doesn't work that way. It needs to be in a therapeutic wavelength, which is between 630 and 680 nanometers of red light. If you're getting something that's like 620 or 630 plus or minus 10, which a lot of them say that, you're wasting your money. You're going to be sitting under that red light for a very long time. Not here. Don't put red light here. You guys, when I post this to because I don't have that, I wish I could. That would be great if you guys could just comment away, and I'll send you a link right now. When I post this to my feed, Geet_C, which I'm going to do right after this, I'm going to get off of here pretty quickly. But when I post this to my feed, then you comment the word red light and then check your DMs. Okay, so this is the Jove's. I did a content on this a couple of days ago. I did not put this one on my red light top picks because it's in a class kind of by itself, because it's a combination of red light and lasers. And there's different wavelengths here that actually treat different levels of the skin. And so this one has not made it onto my top red light picks yet. But if you want or you're interested in this device, it's super expensive, you guys. This is like $700. These I think are more like around the $300 range. But this is like $700. I can get you like $100 off of it, and you would just comment the word mask. So you want my top red light picks, you can comment red light. You want this 4D red light therapy mask by Jove's, just comment the word mask or DM me mask. Yeah, Marcia said, love my Omnilux face neck. I have the neck attachment as well as the hands. And she said, disclosure, took a ton of time to purchase devices, but that was my first one. You guys, I get this question all the time. If you could only pick one at-home skincare gadget, what would it be? It is, I don't even have to think about it. It's red light. Because red light therapy not only addresses fine lines and wrinkles, evens out skin tone and texture, helps stimulate collagen, helps treat melasma. Yes, red light therapy treats melasma. Now, if you're getting a device that combines near infrared with that, you could potentially be making melasma worse, because melasma is made worse by hormone fluctuations, so menopause or pregnancy, as well as heat, sun, any sort of thing that heats up, like you would not want to use a near laser on melasma. So you could potentially be making something, worse. So to be strategic about it is super important. So let's just go over this really quickly, and then I'm going to get off of here. Okay, so this is the Live Young Skincare Gadget Protocol. It's a combination of microneedling, red light therapy. Again, we're doing double red light therapy, radio frequency, microcurrent, dry brushing. It's pretty all-encompassing, and it shows you how to change your skincare depending on if you have microneedled over a section, because you don't want to microneedle and then that night you put retinoids on, right? That makes no sense. But how soon afterwards do you continue that? And how do you microneedle and then still in a couple of days be able to radio frequency over the top of that? So you don't want to microneedle, have broken skin, and then all of a sudden you're going like this on your skin with a radio frequency device. You got to let your skin heal a little bit. Okay, so this combines red light therapy with microcurrent. Now microcurrent, this is my favorite microcurrent device. This is the MyoLift Mini. It's more of a professional device. They do sell it at home, but it's the same company that makes these kind of microcurrent devices for treatments in med spas, right? So it's the same kind of company. So if you want my top picks on microcurrent, you can just comment the word on when I post it, microcurrent. You could also go on the website, you guys, liveyounglifestyle.com. You'll go to those protocols, you'll see all of those there, and then there's actually a master list of all of the devices that I've used over the years that I like, that I enjoy, that I put an approval stamp on. And MyoLift, this is by far the best microcurrent device because it uses a 2-probe system as opposed to like a new face or something that just uses a press and hold technique, right? This is a 2-lobe system. This uses a 2-probe system. So it allows you to have better control when you're putting those little bits of electricity through your skin. And that helps, I mean, this helps with like a lot of different stuff, right? It's all kind of cumulative in there. And then radio frequency, these are my top radio frequency devices. This is by Even Skin, this is the Lumo. This company just sold, and I don't know in terms of customer service or warranty, in terms of who took over that company, but this is a great device. This is the tripolar, which I love as well. The treatment head isn't quite as big, it's not even close to as big, which is why I kind of like using this, but this also is really, really great. And you guys, radio frequency is for skin tightening. Radio frequency is not for fine lines and wrinkles. It's for skin tightening. So I only use it on this lower quadrant of the face. I don't use it up here. I literally chisel out those cheekbones and around the chin, around the mouth. Because if you misuse radio frequency, and it wouldn't necessarily be from one of these devices, but you could disrupt fat. Fat is very easy to disrupt, you guys. Very, very easy to disrupt because all you have to do is damage a very small part of the cell membrane. That's why the sculpture and cool sculpting and all of those things work. Or that's how they work, I'm sorry. If you freeze fat, you've seen this contraption that they put on your belly, or they do this stuff and they freeze and it becomes like this hard brick of like fat. What that does is you're literally damaging a small part of that membrane. And when you do that, it won't empty the fat contents right away, but over 4 to 6 weeks, that cell will die and it'll empty that fat contents. That's why it takes 4 to 6 weeks to see a result in cool sculpting, I think it's called. And 4 to 6 weeks of sculpture, that's where they're heating it. So you can damage it from heat, you can damage it from freezing. And it doesn't take as much as what you would think. So could you misuse a product that does heat and actually damage some of your fat cells, which we need our fat in our face as we get older, you guys. It's super important. So that's this whole thing. So that's microcurrent, and that's radio frequency, which I do. And you guys have seen me do microneedling. I microneedle every Sunday. So I'll be microneedling tomorrow. I don't know what I'll be microneedling. I have to look at my chart. But I'll be microneedling tomorrow. And this creates those microtraumas in the skin. You can see these needles going in and out. And what this does is it calls on your skin to come to the rescue to create collagen and elastin, right? It's creating a little bit of controlled damage that then makes our body produce collagen. So when I do this, I make sure that I'm taking a collagen supplement because I'm tricking the body into producing collagen with microtrauma. I want to make sure that I have all of those prerequisites, all of that base material in my body so that I can make that collagen myself. And then this is my hair, skin, and nails. This is the Live Young Hair, Skin, and Nails collagen generator. And this nourishes those cells responsible for making collagen. So if you think about this, this is why this is my number 2 device. My number 1 device is red light therapy. Because it's not only fine lines, wrinkles, skin discoloration, all of that stuff, but it's the health of the skin. It's circulation. That's why it helps with hair growth. Right? It's anti-inflammatory. It boosts the mood. There's a lot of stuff that red light therapy does. It's not just pretty. It's a lot of stuff that it does. My second favorite device is microneedling. Because, listen, I've done a lot of stuff, you guys. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors with what I've done, and I film everything, and I'm very honest about everything. I've not had a lower bleph or an upper bleph on my eye at 56 years old. That is microneedling. There's no doubt in my mind that my eye it's Botox preventative, and it's microneedling. And that helps with the crepiness of the eyelid, and it helps with the fine lines and wrinkles of the entire eye. This device is like less than $200. A microneedling appointment that you make in a med spa is going to cost you at least $500. I've had this device for over a decade. And you just simply replace the little cap. So if you want the microneedling guidebook, the free microneedling guidebook, you can either, when I post this to my main feed, you can comment microneedling and check your DMs. This has all the clickable links, where to buy it, shows you the safety, shows you how on each body part the needle length changes, just like the thickness of your skin changes, and it makes sense. You wouldn't do the same needle length here as you would here, right? Your skin thickness determines how deep you can go. So all you would do is you can go on liveyounglifestyle.com and you can either click on that little toggle menu that will get you all the protocols for free, or when I post this, you just comment microneedling and this will be in your DMs. Comment protocol, this will be in your DMs. Comment retinoids, this will be in your DMs. Comment younger eyes, and this will be your DMs. These are all for free, everybody, all for free. Okay, and if you want my favorite collagen, you can comment collagen, and I'll give you the link to my favorite collagen. And if you want my supplements, the Live Young supplements, healthy aging supplements, just comment supplements, or you can go to shop.liveyounglifestyle.com. Is that everything? Did we get through it all? I think we got through the whole lecture. That is everything I do, you guys. Everything I do. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, there's a few things that I throw in, you know, like if you have sunspots, this Jove's DPL device is ridiculously effective. I don't know if I can still see it, but I had like three distinct sunspots here that I've been tracking with using this device, and I can see them. Yes, I can see them, but you should have seen them before. Big difference in this. And then I'll occasionally, when I take a break from radio frequency and I take a break from microneedling, I'll throw in like a little Nira laser. I dropped the other one back there, but I throw in a little bit of Nira laser on the side as well. But it's strategic. It's not just like, oh, like I said, if I'm going to do a Nira laser, I'm going to take away radio frequency, right? I'm going to take away microneedling because I need my skin to be able to heal. Jean, which one is that? Which device? I'll show you my top radio frequency. I'll show you my top microcurrent. But just know you can also just comment radio frequency. Can you do that? No, you can DM me. Just DM me radio frequency or get it from the website. You'll see the master list. This is the Tripolar. This is the Lumo. This is Magellan. These are all radio frequency devices that I really like. They're on that master list on protocols in Live Young Lifestyle. Or you can just DM me radio frequency. Those are what those modalities are. Those are for skin tightening, okay? In terms of microcurrent does a little bit of lifting. It's not as skin tightening, I don't feel, as radio frequency, but it really helps to kind of lymphatically drain, lift the different areas. Don't use it on a place where you have Botox. Think about that. You're energizing that muscle and you just paralyzed it with Botox. Love my jokes for my age spots. Marcia said, love my jokes for my age spots, not just on the face, but hands, arms, and legs. I literally, Marcia, I'm in that red light therapy alcove over there with my Jodes device. I'm like looking, I have it like usually plugged in over there on the side. And I literally like, I've got a brown spot here on my inner thigh I'm working on these three little spots here. I don't use it only for my face because your skin doesn't just stop on your face, right? It goes everywhere. In terms of microcurrent, this is my favorite MyoLift. I did a side-by-side between this and the new face. It's not even close. But yeah, it's called Joves. It's called Joves. You know what? You can just DM me the word Joves. Or when I post this to my main feed, in the comment section, comment Joves. Yeah, comment Joves and it should send you a link. Okay, for microcurrent, these are my favorites. This is the Zip. And sometimes I'll be in my red light therapy alcove and I'll just be doing my Zip. This is a little microcurrent device, great for travel. This is my favorite, not so easy for travel, as you can tell. And I do love this MedCube. Yeah, I do love this as well. Now this is gonna be electric muscle stimulation. You'll get those little twitches there and it feels really good. I just am very careful that I don't overdo things where my muscle is twitching because I do rely on Botox as well. Is that it? And then again, yeah, you can either comment collagen, you can comment supplements. I think that's all I got. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Let me see if there was any other questions. Do you think the radio frequency makes the dark spot darker? It could. It could, because if you are somebody that gets hyperpigmentation from heat, radio frequency is heat. Radio frequency heats the dermis up between 40 and 42 degrees Celsius. So you're heating that dermis up to shock treat the tightness by causing collagen and elastin production. But they're doing that in a heat way, based on heat. So if you hyperpigmentate based on heat or you have melasma, that can be made worse from heat. You want to stay away from something like that. But you could do something like a microcurrent. That's when I would do like a microcurrent. Okay, let's see what else. Which device is best for tightening neck skin? God, the necks are such a bitch to tighten, aren't they? You guys know I had a neck lift, right? So I'm 56. I had a neck lift at 50. I haven't done anything to my eyes. There's no amount of surgery, though. I want to make this very clear. There's no amount of surgery that is going to give you great skin. Surgery does not work on skin. Surgery works on lifting anatomy, right? And lifting the anatomy and tightening up the anatomy. It doesn't work on skin. So when we look at Marsha's pictures, Marsha, you just absolutely killed it. When we look at Marsha's picture, look at the health of the skin. This is with no surgery. Marsha had no surgery, right? So we're looking at the health of the skin. If Marsha were to go in and have a facelift, do you think that her skin would look like this? No. No, you can see the difference. The texture, right? Even the little spots. Look over here at Marsha's little spots here. Do you see that? That's healthy skin. That's healthy skin. Way to go, Marsha. That's what all of this is. Just like going to the gym, if you want to lose weight, if you want the best skin of your life, it's multiple types of treatment. Yes, it's skincare at home. Wash, treat, protect. Absolutely. Do not go outside without sunscreen on. Okay? Wash, treat, protect. Yes, it's the topical stuff. It's once a week. Can you do chemical peels at home once a week? Absolutely. It's also the skincare gadgets, red light therapy, which is a daily thing for me. These other skincare gadgets, depending on my protocol here, again, you can just comment the word protocol. You'll get this to your inbox, but please check your junk mail because it will go directly to your junk mail from Darnell Cox within 5 minutes. So make sure that you check that, but you can DM the word protocol, or you can go on liveyounglifestyle.com, click on protocol, and get all of them for free. Okay, you guys, that's all I got. Yeah, it is that combination. It takes multiple different types of treatments to get your best skin, just like it takes multiple different types of ways to lose weight, or multiple types of ways to build muscle, or multiple types of ways to build bone density. Multiple types of treatment, when done consistently, can absolutely change your skin. And it doesn't matter how old you are, right? It doesn't matter. It's still going to change your skin. This is 60. This is 61. This is 60. That's 61. That's from this. Marsha, thank you so much for sharing. This is Marsha further away when I first met her. But thank you so much for sharing your journey. I really appreciate that. Okay, you guys, I'm going to try. Somebody just said, I have too much sunspots. I have done many things and used, but still have sunspots. DM me Jobs. DM me the word Jobs. Okay, this is going to be your friend. This is literally going to be your friend. And I did a whole live on sunspots as well. Okay, everybody, I'll see you guys tomorrow for some sort of demo. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to go live on TikTok right now, just to see. I don't know. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.